Most of us give up because it's hard work. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. You all can be successful in your own journey. The thing is taking it upon yourself, figuring it out, understanding it, being consistent, and not giving up when it gets tough, or if you don't see results fast enough. The real results come literally beyond 12-week mark, like 6 months, a year. You guys have seen a lot of my transformations. It didn't happen in a few months. It's happened over a period of years, and I'm constantly still changing and growing and learning new things. The key to my success is I was consistent. I didn't give up. I took it upon myself to research, to understand, to educate myself. For me, I am a very, very independent person, so I hate asking for help, which can be a bad thing in a lot of cases. So a lot of times if I didn't understand something, I got out there to try to figure it out. And I think that also helps to build own confidence as well as an individual. So get out there, get educated, guys. But there's plenty of videos and workouts out there, not only for myself, but plenty of amazing other athletes, that all you have to do is take from those workouts and be creative with them. Start somewhere. Start with something that works for you. You have to figure out your own strength. You have to figure out your own level and adjust according to you and your own self. And then as you're consistent and you progress, you get better at it, you can jump up into the more advanced and more crazy workouts. We all start somewhere, but the key is getting in there and starting with what you can manage and just keep moving forward, being consistent, because that's how you're going to build strength, and that's how you're going to progress forward, and that's how you're going to improve mentally and physically. You can actually find a lot of my workouts, this one's for advanced and beginner, on my YouTube channel, or you can even go to my Instagram. I have tons and tons of clips. I actually write down the exercises and the reps and how many times and the explanation, so you could taking from my exercises from Instagram and creating your own little workout, so it's fun and it becomes your own. That's how you're going to learn the exercises. You're going to learn to be creative, and that's how you're going to learn your body and how you gain the knowledge, how you can be a successful athlete and an advanced athlete just like anybody else. I highly, highly recommend that you have at least 45 minutes of strength training, resistance training, weight training. Get as creative and as intense as you want. You might in the beginning be starting out with only 5 pounds, and maybe you can only do, one crunch. Maybe you can't even do a push-up. Don't be afraid to get in the weight room. Just get in there. You think that people are always like judging you and staring at you. Really, they aren't. People have so much respect for others who get in there no matter where they're at in their journey, and at least they're trying. And if somebody is judging you, you can walk over to them, smack them in the face and say, "Oh, mosquito." The more you lift weights, the more curvy you get. We want to keep our curves, ladies. The more muscle you build, the more lean muscle, the less fat there will be. So don't be scared of the weights, ladies. I actually used to be scared of the weights, but I was more scared of the weights because I thought it was going to make me all bulky and manly looking. Once I decided to finally let go of that fear and started getting into the weight room, it was like a whole body transformation, and I'm so glad I did. And it did not make me manly. It actually gave me curves and definition in all the right areas. Most commonly asked question, cardio. How much cardio do you? What cardio do you do? Really, there is no specific cardio you have to do. All it is increasing your heart rate and recovering. Increasing your heart rate and recovering. And that can even go with weight training too. You can do a weight training session and put yourself into a cardio aerobic exercise. You put yourself in aerobic. Basically, that just means So HIIT cardio are my favorites, plyos are my favorite, and doing a combination of those. Start with only maybe 10 minutes, start with 12 minutes, because who knows, you may not have the endurance to last longer than 10 minutes, but that's gonna be just enough to start you off. So So start with 10 minutes, and then move up to 12, move up to 15, move up to 20. But I would try to stick within 10 or 30 minutes of cardio. I wouldn't try to push it longer than that because, like I said in the beginning of the video, you do not want to depend on doing a certain amount of cardio to achieve a certain look, and then you have to keep doing that amount of cardio just to maintain your look. So that's why it's good to have a combination of plyometrics, HIIT cardio, and mixing all those in. You can do treadmill, elliptical, stairmaster, jump rope, the stationary bike. You can do all your plyometrics exercises, which is your jumping exercises. I have tons of videos on specifically just that. Doing something different every single day, being creative with it. Body is not going to get used to doing that specific cardio, and you won't get bored. You won't get burnout. Your body is just going to keep progressing forward. It's not going to plateau on any exercises. So variety. When I refer into like a high intensity, so HIIT with your cardio, high intensity interval training, that just means spiking your heart rate up. So going at your max speed, pace, whatever it is, for it could be 15, 20, 30, or 60 seconds, doing that for that amount of time, and then dropping it down to where you recover. So it could be a walking or a slower pace on whatever machine you're on, or you stop and you're just standing there catching your breath and giving yourself at least 30 to 60 seconds to recover, or even longer. Again, that is based on your conditioning to your level of endurance. So, but that is what high intensity interval training is, and it can go for anything. It can go for jump rope, it can go for running outside, and go plyometrics exercises on your treadmill, on the Stairmaster. Any of those can be, you can do high intensity interval training on. Do not do your cardio before your weight training, unless it's a 10-minute warm-up. Do not do a full 30-minute session before weights training, especially if it's going to be high intensity, or even if it's a low intensity. So because when you do specific cardio before weight training, you are burning through your glycogen stores. Now your glycogen store is glucose, comes from various things like carbs and fruits and certain sugars and things like that. Well, if you burn through that energy before you even start weight training, by the time you get to weight training, you're going to be exhausted. You're not going to put in the same amount of effort into your weight training as if you didn't do your cardio before. And this is what can really cause muscle loss too, or you will just halt progress on any kind of lean gains, and you're just going to lack in performance. If you're currently doing that, you probably will notice, yeah, I actually do. I get so burnt out and tired. Do your cardio after, and you will actually optimize more fat loss that way. So do your cardio post weight training, unless if you do your cardio completely separate from your weight training, if you have time to be able to refuel and recover in between your sessions. So if you do cardio earlier in the morning or earlier in the afternoon and then train at night, and you have time to refuel in between, go for it. Or vice versa, you do your weight training in the morning and then do cardio at night. You can do that too. A great tip to get you guys started is write down your goals. Take a piece of paper, write them down, or you can put them in your phone. Write them down. Write down your workouts. Write down how much weight you used for the first week for specific exercises, and how many reps you did, and how many sets, how long it took you. Same thing with your cardio. Keep log of that. Then the next week, you have something to follow. Maybe you can increase on weight a little bit. Maybe you can increase on reps or sets. Keep track of it. Keep doing that and keeping track of what you're doing, so you know if you are progressing in an area or if you haven't yet, and you can have something to refer to help you step it up a little bit. Will also help you to start being creative with your workouts. what I did in the beginning too. Use that piece of paper, do that as long as you need to, however, whatever works for you. When you make it your own, that's where you become truly happy and start getting really excited and start being creative with those workouts and your diet and your journey overall. Don't enjoy it, you're not gonna stick with it, you're not gonna be motivated, you're gonna give up. You will have so much more success when you are enjoying what you're doing. Remember, do not get upset if you don't see results within a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It takes 6, 8, 12, even longer before you start seeing the real results. I have so many of my clients and various other men and women will be so excited when they weigh themselves. Oh, I've lost 5 pounds in a week. You did not lose 5 pounds in a week. Just being real with you. When you haven't been working out in a long time or any kind of change in your routine, adding in exercise, cleaning up the diet a little bit, you're gonna drop weight really fast. What it is, a lot of water retention, the sodium, your body just releases, basically flushes everything out. And then you're gonna notice it stops and nothing happens, because you're not truly getting fat loss in the first couple weeks. Like I said, real weight loss comes many weeks. It could be 12 weeks or even more into your program, but you have to stay consistent. So don't freak out when you think you lose 5 pounds and then it hasn't changed for weeks on end, okay? Your body's going through an adjustment period and it takes time. It didn't take you 2 weeks to put on weight, so it's not gonna take you 2 weeks to lose the weight either. Remember, love what you do, be creative, don't follow fads. You want to eat not only for fun, but for fuel too. Your body needs a variety of things just to function properly. It needs to have carbs, it needs to have proteins, it needs to have fats, it does need to have fruits, it does need to have various vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and that are found in all different foods. They all work together to keep you healthy, to keep you strong, to keep you happy, and to give you the results that you want. When you start restricting stuff, that's when we find that we halt our progress. Have fun, enjoy this. This journey is meant to be enjoyed, not to punish yourself. And speaking of not restricting yourself, I am going with my Rise Above fitness friends, and we are going to get burgers. And afterwards, we're going to a 24-hour donut place. What? Oh my God, donuts? Donuts and burgers. If you really like this video, please hit that like button and please share it. Thanks for watching, you guys. I love you. I will see you guys on the next one. Spirit fingers.